the humans help, there could be.
Why are you here?
Hey, I'm Kevin, and I've played Warcraft games my entire life.
So, my name's Nathan, and I've never actually played World of Warcraft before.
I actually really enjoyed it a lot. It felt like there was a whole lot of fan service type stuff to put in there, and it definitely rewarded you for knowing the lore to Warcraft already.
I thought the movie was interesting. Like, the overall look of it was maybe too polished. I thought the armor looked really goofy. Maybe it was supposed to look like it does in the video game, but it was way over the top. I didn't really like that very much.
Movie also had a lot of Medivh in it, which was awesome because he's one of my favorite characters. And surprisingly focused on Khadgar.
I didn't really know any of the characters, and I don't know any of their names, but you have the orc guys, and I guess they're running away from their homeland because of some green stuff. And the green stuff is bad, and there's an angry wizard man who has antlers on his back, and he is the bad guy.
It had a good art style to it, and everything felt consistent, and there wasn't like super weird CGI stuff. Of course there was some, and like, you know, there's a little bit of uncanniness there, but as far as like mostly CGI movie in recent times, I think it pulled it off better than most.
The magic and the special effects were pretty interesting. There was one point where there was some lightning coming down, and it looked cheesy as I don't know what, but it was followed up by a very emotional scene, and I think it fit very well.
I was really hoping the battle scenes would be a lot more like Lord of the Rings, where they did the really big battles and it felt like monumentous and cool, but like, you know, most of the battle scenes was just very like heavy cuts. And
honestly, I'm not too disappointed by this movie because I had really low expectations going in, seeing as it got terrible review scores all around. I honestly don't think it would lead me to play the games, and that's just because I don't have enough time for something like that, and it seems very like a whole life commitment. But it does give me more appreciation for the games because there's actually a pretty cool story going on there. But I certainly don't think I'll be playing anytime soon.
So it makes me want to go back and play through the Warcraft RTS games again, especially Warcraft 1.
Yeah, I definitely recommend this to someone who doesn't know what's going on in there. Personally, I'm not a fan of fantasy much myself, but I like the action in it, and I thought it was a pretty good time.
So I think I would only recommend this movie if you're really into fantasy as a whole, and I think it'd be pretty hard to find somebody who's actually really into fantasy but not aware of the Warcraft story already or haven't played the games or whatever. And it is more fantastical than Lord of the Rings, so I don't feel like that's quite a good comparison of, if you like Lord of the Rings, you like Warcraft. It's not true.
I mean, I was pleasantly surprised. It gets 1.5 thumbs up.